Uganda, like most developing countries in sub-Saharan Africa, is still experiencing the urbanization spike. The growth of urban centers comes with concentration of population in small towns, which puts more pressure on their already meager public services. Appropriate sanitation is particularly a huge challenge in small towns.
As towns grow and as towns now people become more and more in a densely concentrated area, the traditional pit latrine becomes limiting. Why do I say that? Because when the pit fills up, then the question one is, where do you put the material that you get out?
The Ministry of Water and Environment, together with partners, identified strategic planning and investment in sanitation innovations as long-term solution to such challenges in the urban centers. Water for People, a non-governmental organization with funding support from the WSSCC Sanitation and Hygiene Fund, initiated projects to scale up household sanitation and hygiene in urban centers, with particular focus on town sanitation planning.
One of the objectives of these town sanitation plans was promote coordination, harmonization and collaboration among different players in the town, but also to come up with a framework that would guide the task force to plan, budget and implement sanitation goals in the towns.
One of the chosen as pilot hubs was Kole Town Council in the new Kole district, located about 20 kilometers to the southwest of Lira in northern Uganda. According to Uganda Population and Housing Census of 2014, Kole Town Council has 7,244 households with an average household size of 5 people, with a total population of 36,385 people. While latrine coverage in the town centers was found at 88%,
the town council before whatever people came wasn't very encouraging. The background of the town council is that we are surrounded by water from north to east and west to south. We have got water which is surrounding our place. And the sanitation hygiene hasn't been very encouraging.
At Aye Primary School, one of the 3 public schools in the town council, the sanitation coverage remains wanting, with the toilet stance ratios at 87:1 for boys and 77:1 for girls.
We have at least 3 drainable toilets, whereby we consume at least every time we need to drain like twice, because our population has suited up to the level of around 1,600 pupils. So we need to drain these toilets like twice or thrice a term.
Millie Owera, a resident of Aya Village, Kole Town Council, is a happy woman today. After years of struggling with pit latrines that would frequently fill up, she enrolled for the Strengthening Fecal Management Project, which according to her, changed her life. The cost of emptying varies, averaging between 150,000 to 200,000 Uganda shillings, and gulpers cost between 25,000 to 30,000 Uganda shillings per barrel of 200 liters, according to the condition of the pit, which is very expensive for the ordinary person.
Our sanitation strategy focuses on developing innovative sanitation solutions for Ugandans, as well as providing business models that work in rural and urban areas.
Water for People introduced a market-based approach to fecal sludge management in order to deliver sustainable sanitation services to the people.
There are 2 activities taking place at the moment. We are doing pit emptying as a business itself, and then we are producing briquettes from the fecal matter.
Improved sanitation does not only consider provision of facilities, but also includes operation of sanitation systems, disposal, and or reuse of end products.
We try to look into the sanitation service chain from point of collection, from a point of production to point of disposal and reuse. So along the service chain, we identify areas where we need to build capacity.
To achieve the objective and targets of the plan, the Sanitation Task Force in town proposed some strategic principles that would guide interventions in the pilot areas.
With the come of this project, we really benefited in such a way that when you put a line latrine, even if it doesn't go deep enough, but you find that after some times you keep on what? You keep on draining. And when this is a drain, it will also what? It also creates some employment for our youth who are here, whom we are calling the sanitation entrepreneurs, and the gallopers, those who remove those, because the technology they're using for removing those the fecal sludge is called gulping.
Town sanitation plans can allow work efficiently if endorsed by law. Uganda has a number of policy guidelines and binding legislations for minimum standard for sanitation services, including the Public Health Act, the Local Government Act, the Physical Planning Act, and the Water Act. By mandate under the Local Government Act, Kole can pass bylaws on sanitation that are appropriate to their situation.
It's every Ugandan's role, yes, to improve their own sanitation, but government needs to come in with the necessary policies and laws regarding fecal sludge management for any town, provide the financing for the private sector so that they can be able to get at least cheap loans.
Indeed, sanitation challenges in urban centers cannot be wished away. It is urgent that stakeholders embrace planning and investment in sanitation innovations that are not only safe but also sustainable.